Do you ever feel like you're wearing a mask just to get through the day? You've lost touch with who you truly are. You are not alone. This is where the Enneagram comes in, my friend, and it's going to change your life. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Evie. If we've not met before, I am your self-appointed online big sister, helping you step into the most aligned and empowered version of you. And today we are talking about authenticity. That's right. I am going to help you discover your most authentic self so you can live with intention and confidence. Because that's what it's all about. Why would we want to go through life not confident to show up as who we truly are? Sounds like a waste to me. Let's not do that. I am so passionate about authenticity, and today I'm going to show you how I use the Enneagram to help people truly uncover who they are and then create a life that feels aligned with that version of themselves. So you might want to grab a tea, a coffee, a glass of wine. I'm not judging. Do what feels right to you, and let's dive in. So being authentic is about living in alignment with your values, desires, and purpose, not what others expect of you. For years, I struggled with overthinking and trying to be everything for everyone until I discovered this really helpful tool called the Enneagram. It helped me see the patterns that were holding me back, and it allowed me to embrace my true self. And now I use it every single day in my coaching practice. I am so excited for people to discover their Enneagram type to help cut through the bullshit and save years in therapy. Yeah, it's a big claim, but it's one I can back up. So how does this thing called the Enneagram help us find our authentic self? Number one, it unmasks the ego. Guys, the ego is such a time waster, such a little troublemaker. Each Enneagram type is shaped by a core desire and a core fear. When you hear yours, you'll know. These cause us to wear a mask to protect ourselves, and that mask has served a purpose, right? It's got us to this point here in life. It's allowed us to stay safe, but now it might be time to put down that mask. Number two, it identifies our core motivations. So each type has a core motivation, and again, when you hear yours, you'll know. There's no hiding. And when you know what drives you, you can ask yourself, am I making this choice out of fear, or is this what I really want? And then thirdly, it helps us embrace challenges. Thirdly, it helps us embrace our strengths and challenges, because your authentic self isn't about perfection. There's light and dark in all of us. There's good, there's bad. And what the Enneagram does, it helps us see all of that with this feeling of non-attachment. It shows all of your strengths and all of your weaknesses, and rather than feeling shame and worry about those weaknesses and feeling an inflated sense of self with those strengths, we're able to look at them really clearly and just hold the balance of them. So it shows us that we're all a mix of our gift and growth areas. And so if we put that all together, what it allows us to do is to cut out that bullshit and step into the most authentic self. So if you're like, oh, this is interesting, but what's my type? How do I find out my type? I have a free quiz. It's just down here in the description. Take it right now. Do it right now. It's not going to take very long. And then when you've landed on your type, put the number, comment your type below, and I'm going to tell you all about you. And I bet you it's going to blow your socks off. And once we know our type, then we can reflect on our patterns. So you can begin to notice where those tendencies are showing up in life. Are they helping you? Are they hindering you? And you can lean into growth. Each type has a growth path. For example, I'm a type 1. I thrive when I can begin to let go of perfectionism and step into just being a human. I know I'm growing when I'm not looking to make everything perfect. And you can use daily check-ins. So you can ask yourself, am I acting from my true self or my ego self today? And this can help you stay aligned and authentic to who you truly are. So if you're looking for authenticity in 2025, then I would really look no further. This is it. If you haven't tried this before, if you haven't come across this before, give it a go. When I'm talking about being able to put down the ego self and step into our truest, maybe highest version of ourselves, I'm not talking about that from this place of theory. I'm talking about it because I live that out every single day, and so do my clients. If you're serious about personal development, if you're serious about getting really real this year, then it's time to stop hiding behind extreme. If you're serious about stepping into your authenticity, let's learn about your strengths and your weaknesses, your core fear and your core motivation. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of what makes you you, so you can embody, so you can welcome all of you. That's why I love the Enneagram, right? Because rather than asking us to fit into this kind of teeny tiny box of personality, the Enneagram says, hey, this is how you naturally show up. This is how you tend to show up. And it's driven by fear, or it's driven by anger, or it's driven by shame. Should we put that down now? Who are you without that? And so rather than boxing you in, it shows you the box that you're already living in, and it asks you to get out of it. Let's get out of the box. Let's take off the mask. Let's be fully us in 2025. So if you're ready to learn more about your authentic self, take the free quiz, drop your type in the comments, and let me tell you all about you. I reckon your mind will be blown about how much I know. And what's so exciting is you can then put down the mask, get out of the box, and step into the truest and most aligned version of you. I'm obsessed with it, if you can't tell. And I'd love to know, and just before I go, I'd love to know, what does living authentically mean to you? What does that look like? What does that feel like? I'd be so interested to know. Leave me a comment and let's all share about what authenticity looks like. The beauty is it's going to look different for everyone. How gorgeous. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow for another installment of the Daily Dose Diaries. Don't forget to subscribe.